We've slowly started seeing a change in Motorola and how they produce newer devices. They're moving way past the Motorola Razr series and looking at something that's innovative and something fresh just to keep up with changes, especially in this competitive market. That's where the Motorola Karma QA1 comes into mind. It's not your traditional looking Motorola device, but it does sport some neat features and a newer updated look. And we really gotta commend Motorola on designing a really intricate device. It's not your typical form factor we've seen with the Razr line series. It's geared towards the text messengers and also the social networking craze. For starters, it is actually a slider phone, which exposes the QWERTY keyboard. And it's a little bit on the squarish side, so it's not your typical thin profile. It's also rather thick. And does add a little bit of a bulge in the pockets, but the materials that they use is pretty durable. They use this almost aluminum-looking finish on the front, while the back utilizes this really soft matte touch feel. So it provides a really good grip in the hand. Overall, we do like the looks of it and also how it feels. It's very well constructed. Now, the first thing that really stands out is the 2.5-inch LCD screen on the front. It's surprisingly really bright with a 320 by 240 resolution. Colors are accurately portrayed, while at the bottom you have your navigational pad, which is flush with the surface. You have a dedicated button for messaging. You have your send and end keys, which are slightly raised. The buttons on the front are a little bit stiff to our taste, while the dedicated camera button and also the volume rocker are still kind of small, but they have a little bit more tactile feel. When you slide the phone up, you have your QWERTY keyboard, which is obviously for text messaging and also sending emails. It's kind of reminiscent of the Motorola Q. It's pebble shaped. They are slightly raised from the surface, so you could actually feel them out. They're pretty tactile. The only problem is that the backlighting is pretty dim to our taste, so you really have a hard time even seeing in dark conditions. At the bottom of the phone, you have your micro USB port for charging and connecting to a PC. On the top, you have the standard 3.5mm headset jack, so it's great for music lovers. And on the back, you have a 2-megapixel camera with flash tucked away in the upper left corner, and the speakerphone at the bottom. When you remove the back cover, it'll reveal the battery, the micro USB, micro SD card slot, and also SIM card slot. The software that's found on the Karma is pretty bare bones and kind of basic. There's nothing really that stands out with it. There's very minimal content on the device right out of the box, like the wallpaper. There's only one that's available. You could modify the theme and even the skins through the settings menu, but like as we said, it's very limited, and it really doesn't give you a sense of differentiation between other devices. The Karma tries to integrate the social networking aspect with the device. Now, on the main menu here, there's an icon just for that. When you click it, it gives you the 3 different types of applications which you can launch, which is Juicecaster, Facebook, and MySpace. Now, it's great that it'll be able to do this for you, but when you actually click one of the icons, for example, MySpace, it doesn't open up or run a separate application. It's actually just connecting to the web browser and launching the mobile version of the website. So it's nothing really spectacular. And as far as the messaging capabilities on the device, it's as we said, it's geared towards the messaging crowd. So you could use your standard text messaging, SMS. You could also use your IM application, so you could use AIM, Windows Live Messenger, and Yahoo Messenger. While email's the same as we've seen before on other AT&T devices. It's very limited on providers, and there's no option for specific ones. So if yours not on the list, you won't be able to use it. Now, the Karma excelled in many aspects. For phone call quality, it did a great job. We didn't have any problems listening to our callers. It was pretty distinct and clear. Even when we set the volume to its medium setting, we could still hear voices. On top of that, the speakerphone on the back did also a great job. It didn't crackle, and it was very vibrant, and we could make conversations through it. Battery life, we managed to pull out 6 days before it died out, and that's when we had the brightness set to its highest setting, and we assumed that we could have gotten more if we reduced that. As far as media features go, for music and also video playback, it did a great job. As we said, the speakerphone did a good job in outputting any audio, and video on the Karma came out pretty well just because it didn't slow down. But the biggest thing that really surprised us is just the web browser. It managed to load up complex web websites like ours, which is kind of rare on a basic query device, with other similar devices on AT&T. And the biggest thing that really surprised us was how quick it actually downloaded and displayed the website. Scrolling was pretty good too. It's pretty accurate, almost on par with what you see on our on a regular computer, and it just did really good job in that aspect. Motorola is moving in the right direction with the Karma. It's something different and something refreshing because it's not the usual Razr line series we've seen in the past. The Karma is geared towards text messengers, and we like how the build and quality of feel of the phone came out. On top of that, it excelled in many aspects with it, and we're actually looking forward to newer and different Motorola devices in the future.